Hello, my name is Laura, and I am here to talk a little bit about working with Outschool. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about finding your niche, and I would have to say there's a lot of niche marketing to be done if you're going to work on Outschool. So I'm going to just give a few tips based on my personal experience and how I have been able to get my classes going. So first of all, Outschool, if you're not too familiar with it, they offer a wide variety of classes. So there are academic classes as well as non-academic classes. Right now, there's still quite a surge of classes that are like fun classes, like social clubs, coloring clubs, because of COVID. So a lot of parents are looking for a fun but safe way for their children to interact and have some social time. So right now, there's still definitely demand for that. I think it has been slowing up a little bit, but there'll probably be some more need for that in the summertime. Okay, so if you want, you can do academics. There are quite a few classes that are academic in nature, so science classes, math classes, history classes, a little bit of everything, okay? So first of all, go into the Outschool website and under classes, look and see what kind of classes are being offered as far as the subject that you want to teach. On the one hand, if you are really novel and you have an extra different way of presenting things to make it fun and exciting, awesome. But at the same time, if you're going to try to do what 21 million other people are doing, there's not much point in offering that course. There's a lot of competition right now, especially because of COVID. So many teachers have gone to Outschool to find extra income, or they're actually doing this full time. So you need to see what's actually out there first, and that's what I do. I still do this fairly regularly. I teach the same kind of classes in general, but I do like to see what other teachers are offering. So first, see what other teachers are offering by way of what you are thinking about offering as well. And at the same time, make sure you check the pricing to see what kind of prices they're charging for what they're offering. Secondly, brainstorm. So what do you want to teach on Outschool? Do you want to do academics? Do you want to do fun classes? I'm mostly a social club person, so ongoing classes. And so, for example, maybe there's this really cool anime or manga series that you want to talk about. So analyze whether or not, like I said earlier, search on Outschool, is it there? Analyze whether or not that is there. And then also analyze how you would use or present the material. You do have to be careful because of copyright. So you really need to have original material, or you need to ask, in some cases, for permission to use something. So be very careful about that. So analyze how you would give this class, and then obviously, somewhere in the mix you need to analyze, do you think that this class would be a really big hit? So I will give a few examples of things that I thought of doing when I first started teaching Outschool. One of my first thoughts was Spanish, because I have experience teaching Spanish, teaching languages, and I offered a general class, but I don't know, it just wasn't picking up. And when I've looked on Outschool, there are so many people teaching Spanish, and I mean, I know in many cases parents probably want native speakers. My fluency is near native speaker, but I'm not a native speaker, so I could see parents wanting their kids to have native speakers. So that could be a problem there for me, I don't know. But I was trying to offer some general Spanish classes, really wasn't picking up. And then I was like, okay, well, let's dive down into a niche and let's have some Spanish conversation with geeky topics, because I really like things like Star Wars, Doctor Who, just a little bit of everything, really. So I tried to do a conversation club, and there were a few saves on that, but I only had one student. And so I was like, yeah, this isn't working. There's interest, but not enough interest. So those are a couple of things that I really think that most people have already cornered the market on, just general Spanish and then some conversation. I was offering, though, more towards like tweens, though, so I don't know, maybe there's not much of a demand for tweens learning Spanish. So that didn't really work out. One word to the wise, don't go too far into a niche, because if you get too specific, there are some things that are a little bit too obscure. So, for example, I decided to do a class with the manga and anime series, The Ancient Magus Bride. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It came out, I want to say around 2016, somewhere around there. It's not that old, but still not a whole lot of people know about it. So I advertised this class for a while, and I only got 3 saves in the end, only 1 student, and after, I want to say, a month, it fizzled out. So don't go too far into a niche. You need to find something that is unique, but not too unique, and also something that would, call people's attention to it a little bit more. So maybe a better example would be gaming classes. So I do know that there are quite a few gaming classes on Outschool. So when I say gaming classes, I am referring to the teacher does play with the students. There are some games like Among Us. I know that parents probably want their kids to be playing in a safe space. So some teachers offer classes with Among Us on a private server, which means the students get this code and they know that they're only playing with the teacher and other students, so that there's no risk of anything weird going on. I do offer classes kind of like that, not with Among Us, but something similar to that. There's still a demand for that. Another thing that you could corner as far as a niche market is maybe aiming some things more towards girls, or aiming some things more towards guys, kind of like girls clubs, guys clubs. I've seen a number of those on the Outschool site. Another thing that you could corner on as far as a niche market is drawing certain things or certain characters. I know that frequently in the weekly emails, Outschool does send its teachers a weekly email with topics that are really hot. A lot of students want to learn how to draw anime or something like that. So first, see what Outschool is offering right now, what other teachers are offering. Next, just kind of think about what you would like to present and how. But at the same time, don't be too obscure in what you choose. Don't go too deep. So those are just a few hints for finding your niche. And for me personally, my niche market at this point in time is coloring, social clubs, and video games. I hope that has been helpful to you. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave your comment or question down in the comment section below. I'm more than happy to try to help you out. And if you are thinking about teaching on Outschool, please feel free to use my referral code, or you can contact me via my email. Both my referral code and the email are down in the description box. And as well, if you're curious what equipment I use for Outschool, check that out as well, also in the description box. I'm not sponsored by any of these products, but it's what I use and it has what has helped me personally. Thanks so much for listening, and keep teaching.